Hey everybody, good afternoon or good morning, good afternoon. It's Jillian. So I want to make this totally clear about the Jilly Juice. It is the ultimate processed food that isn't commercially made. It doesn't have to be FDA approved. It has the right elements that I have picked apart and substantiated. The white salt, this is for Molly. You should get the white salt. Because here's the thing, the pink salt has excess minerals that your body is going to have to work through. So the whole point of Jilly Juice is to pick apart the right elements, okay, and put them together in a chemistry process, a chemical process called fermentation. And so the white salt is that driving energy force, okay? It has the 1% anti-caking agent, okay? Thank you, Molly. And it has the cabbage and the kale minerals and nutrients, and it has the tap water that you get minerals in it. You have the jars that are being fermented in an anaerobic environment. No, you're not going to be picking these Jilly Juice jars off the trees. No, you're not going to do that. So this is the ultimate processed food. Mother Nature is processed. Right now, I am fighting against almost everybody in the world when it comes to natural versus synthetic, processed versus natural, processed versus unprocessed. I'm quibbling with people that refuse to understand my information, to realize that there's a difference in good bacteria and bad bacteria. Do you realize that black mold is not a good bacteria you be licking off the walls? However, when you're healed and sealed on J Juice, you could be exposed to black mold without it destroying you. But obviously, if you're overwhelmed by black mold, then you need to get out of that environment and heal your body. But yes, there are bacteria that you should not be exposed to, and the Jilly Juice will destroy because it has the salt in it, the lactobacillus that kills the bad pathogenic bacteria like black mold or anything else. And so, yeah, there's a whole point of Jilly Juice. It has the correct bacteria in it. Because yes, there's good bacteria and bad bacteria. Okay, and it's relative to your predispositions, and it's relative to what kind of, there's like, what is it, black mold, the aspergillus or something? When someone has a house that has black mold in it and they have predispositions, that black mold will destroy a person with predispositions. So guess what? You take the Jilly Juice or salt water and you spray the black mold, and guess what? It kills the black mold. It kills the pathogenic bacteria. All right? You know, Jilly Juice is natural, but it's also processed. Yes, Molly. See, people want to go like, you know, from one end of the spectrum, like from one end of the pendulum to the other, and they want to basically say, okay, everything has to be natural. What the fuck is natural? Everything is natural. It's how you put it together is what makes a difference. We have isolated the white salt so you don't get the excess minerals, okay? We have isolated the cabbage and kale, and we've isolated the fermentation process so you get the probiotics. And then we have put it through a chemical process called fermentation. We have created the ratios to where it is like 25% cabbage solids and maybe 75% juice, so it can actually wash through everything through your system. Okay? And then you can get rid of the excess bacteria in your body, the excess fossilized crap in your colon. And then you can heal and seal, so you can take the nutrients in the food supply and actually derive some benefit and heal your weaknesses. Some of you have broken legs. Some of you have other issues, injuries that you do not heal 100%. And guess what the Jilly Juice will do? It will get rid of the excess in your body, so that way you can actually freaking heal at the root level, not superficially. Those of you that are doing the Jilly or not doing the Jilly Juice and healing with the antibiotics are only healing superficially. Okay? There is a distinction in good bacteria and bad bacteria. Like black mold. Jilly Juice will kill black mold. It's like, you know, the more I try to explain, the more I get resistance. And it's like, oh my God, I'm telling you, as this coronavirus is getting more and more closer and closer, people are freaking the fuck out. All of their sense of I thought they were on my, you know, I thought they were on the same page as me, are now questioning me and picking at me and trying to pick apart my words so they can seem like they're better or whatever the fuck it is that they're doing. And I'm tired of it. What do I got to do to convince you? Well, maybe there's nothing I can do to convince you. I am dealing with the holistic world, the people in the holistic world who are so dead set on wanting to make everything seem like it's either natural or synthetic, processed or unprocessed, and it's everything's black and white. You know what's black and white? Life and fucking death is black and white. That's what's black and white. Okay? You can have processed natural food. It doesn't have to be only, you know, something you get from the earth that is in its form and that you get it like that. Because let me tell you, there is advanced data packs in Mother Nature that you should not be taking in your body because you don't have the capacity to deal with that advanced data pack. Okay? Like red meat right now, if you're just starting the protocol, that's too much an advanced data pack for some people. So we nixed the red meat, turned to chicken, and then we've compartmentalized the minerals and the elements, the fatty acids, the amino acid, prohormones, and minerals, so you can actually release the excess and bring in what you need to heal and seal so you can actually regenerate cells and bones and ligaments and muscles and tissues. When you have such an extreme issue in your body, you can't handle the processed natural food or the processed food. But Jilly Juice is the ultimate processed food. But it has the right elements and nutrients and minerals that is going to get straight to the point. That's why we changed the salt. I'm telling you, we're back to square one when it comes to the fucking salt. Back to square one. It's like I'm starting all over again, but it's okay because I got now better information. Okay, I got better information and I can substantiate. When you're getting sea salt and pink Himalayan salt, you're getting between 39 and 40 or 50% actual sodium chloride because you got to wade through all those stupid minerals, those trace minerals that you're going to get in the tap water, the air, and the food. But let me tell you, switching from pink salt to white salt was as if I spoke blasphemy. People are freaking the hell out. Well, you probably haven't been doing the J-Juice at the level that you should because you would understand where I'm coming from. I actually isolated the energy source that people are so afraid of initially. They're afraid of sodium chloride. Do you know that white salt is so demonized by the industry, by freaking Dr. Phil? That should give you a clue, right? Oh, but I acquiesced. I said, okay, fine. I'll give you the freaking pink salt so you can have your little trace minerals. Oh, yeah, you can have your distilled water. So take out the minerals from the distilled water, only to put back those stupid minerals from the pink salt into your stupid distilled water. So what sense does that make? Oh, no, the white salt's bleached, so it's poisonous, and it's this, and it's that, and it's not natural, and it's this. I mean, I've heard it fucking all, and I'm over it. Over it. I don't know what it's going to take for any of you to understand this, but if you want to live in your little fantasy world, your little ivory tower, your little holistic world of like everything should be natural and everything should be unprocessed, when Jilly Juice is the ultimate processed food, Mother Nature freaking processes everything too through its own chemical process. Okay, you guys are stuck in the whole holistic bullshit. You're stuck in making a difference in one or the other. Everything is processed, everything is natural, everything is good for you, but you have to get your body balanced out. And picking apart my videos and questioning me is not going to help you or me at all. If anything's going to piss me off. Okay? Like, seriously. I have done so much research. And some of you think you have something to prove to me. Some of you do. You got nothing to prove to me. We're on the same page, you guys. Stop taxing the fuck out of me. Stop it. Jesus Christ. Luckily, I have the energy to handle being taxed, but my patience does wear thin. And some parts of me said, okay, you know what? Done, block, but bye. I can't deal with your whatever it is. Some of you are not doing the J juice at the level that you claim to be, because I don't hear any testimonies and I don't hear anything different from some of you. And so obviously, maybe the salt needs to freaking change, huh? Maybe so. But no, you want to argue with me. You want to pick apart my shit, pick apart my words. You want to basically just tax me, and I'm just done. I am so done with being taxed and being questioned that my patience is this. I gave up an interview because somebody from Hollywood, an actor in Hollywood, not a major actor, but an actor in Hollywood wanted to open up his YouTube channel, sent me a message. I said, hey, I'm going to open up my YouTube channel. I'm going to turn on, I want to interview you. I said, oh, that sounds great. Thinking like, oh, yeah, I can get this out, right? I said, give me a couple days. Let me think about it. She's like, how long do I have to tell you my answer? She's like, oh, until March 5th. I'm like, okay, I'll let you know by Friday. I talked over with my husband. My husband was like shaking his head, but I mean, he doesn't dictate what I do. I will do what I do if I deem it appropriate. And then I'm like, you know what? Right now with this coronavirus bullshit, right now with people the way they are, they're gonna completely like just make fun of me. I know, but they're gonna utilize the J juice as a cure. They're gonna think J juice is like this ultimate cure against the coronavirus, and that's all they're gonna think about. And when they actually do the juice and they get the waterfalls and they have the heart palpitations and whatever else that they have to heal, they're going to be so disappointed. And I'm like, you know what? I am not going to represent J juice that way. J juice is not a cure. It is not something that you think you're going to guard against the coronavirus. Oh yeah, it will, but you're going to have to heal and feel pain. But that is not the purview of most people who are desperate out there that know they have predispositions, know they're basically a sitting duck if they don't do the juice. And so they're going to get on the J juice as if it was something that is going to stop the coronavirus, and they're going to be freaking miserable. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to promote J juice. I mean, it would be great to have a new audience and new people messaging me and calling me a freaking murderer and everything else. And I'm going to deal with more trolls and more. No. Right now, we are at a perfect place. But I got to get all of you on board 100%. I don't want to fight against any one of you. We've been doing this way too long for you to question me now and doubt me now. Because I changed from the pink salt to the white salt, now you're doubting me? So it means that you were afraid of the salt way to begin with. You never really bought into the J juice. You bought into the hype of J juice, but you don't understand the power of sodium chloride. So you basically blew smoke up my ass. And I have that happen to me all the time. People blowing smoke up my ass 24/7. And then when the rubber meets the road, they can't support me. They can't put trust in me. They have to question me and freaking poke at me and poke at me and poke at me until I say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going on my own. See you later, everybody. You guys can figure it out for yourself. Good luck. Because I'm done with fighting. I'm done with having to answer to people that I really shouldn't have to answer to. But I am, because they don't get it. But I don't know what it's going to take. I'm telling you, not everybody is doing J juice at the level that they should. Not everybody is doing the J juice at the level that they should, and it fucking shows. And it disappoints me. It really does disappoint me. And so the J juice is the what do you call it? The moment of truth. You will know what people are made of when it really comes down to it. You will know what people are made of, because you'll know who's doing the juice and who's not. You'll know who you have to fight against and who you're not. You know who's still buying into the holistic world and all their bullshit and who's not. Because they will make sure you know. Oh, it's processed. Oh, it's bleached. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Oh, I mean, they will find they'll find every single marketing gimmick that's basically put out there by the holistic industry to basically demonize you against the white salt. And they will utilize that until I tell them to shut the fuck up. Go back to the freaking holistic world. I don't want anything to do with you. Those are your people. You're not my people. Because the whole point of J juice is get away from the freaking holistic world. But no. You guys are still holding fast. Not all of you, but some of you are still holding fast to the holistic world and all of their bullshit marketing. I'm tired of fighting against it. I am so tired of fighting against it. So yeah, this whole coronavirus thing, the moment of truth, we will see who really has what it takes to make it. And we will see who, and I told the guy, you know, as far as that interviewer, that actor slash YouTuber, there were some people that are going to make it through this whole ordeal and others are not. The ones that are not doing J Juice, they're going to be rolling the dice. And most likely, if you have predispositions, you're going to get taken down a notch. And then those of you that are doing the J Juice or just starting, it's going to be miserable. Not only do you have to heal your past, present, and future triggers, but now you have to deal with the whole coronavirus thing that is coming in, as well as the influenza, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, as well as anything else that you have. You're going to have to probably dodge the UN, boots on the ground, if they're going to be mobilizing troops to deal with this pandemic with the stupid FEMA caskets and all of that stuff. And you guys have just started or barely started or getting back on it. And you're trying to make a living at the same time, and you have to be mobile across, you know, the town and everything else. Good fucking luck. And that's what I told the guy, you know what, either you're gonna make it or you're not. I will grant interviews on those that are actually doing the J Juice. And I'm telling you, there's a few that want to interview me that started the J Juice a while back, and nope, they disappeared. Okay? I'm telling you, the J Juice is no fucking joke. And if you're not doing the pink salt at the level that you should, there's no freaking way you can do the white salt. And then you're gonna pick apart my information and you're gonna like question me and try to prove me wrong in some way. Because you know what the whole goal is, to see if you can find a way to make Jilly made a mistake. Oh, Jilly made a mistake. I'm gonna call her out on her bullshit. That's what I fucking deal with. I'm tired of being called out on something that I should not be called out on. I've done too much freaking research to have to answer to all of you and your fears and your loyalties to the holistic industry. I've worked my ass too hard to have to do that. The environment is getting way too aggressive out there as far as the fear, as far as the viruses, the bacteria that are not friendly to the human body. And if you're loyal to J Juice, you will not tax me. You will just do what you're supposed to do, whatever that is. Get on board with the J Juice and my changes. Understand. Because let me tell you, even when I didn't have all the answers, back when a couple years ago, when we were blaming everything on parasites and how parasites and was it the 7 deadly sins and all that shit, and we were chalking everything up to parasites controlling everything, and yeah, they have a certain amount, but you know, it's about also the hormonal imbalances. But you can take the information and spin it however you want to, but it has to make sense scientifically. So yeah, when I was doing the whole thing with the parasites and the Illuminati and the MK Ultra, who was my target audience? My target audience was the freaking conspiracy crowd. So I geared my whole protocol and how I was selling it to the conspiracy crowd until I got new information. And then it was towards the anti-vaxxers. Oh, well, we need to get titer tests. We need to do this. You got to learn how to roll with the punches until you get new information to then spin it again that will still make sense with science, not to spin it to just deceive people, but to spin it with science. At least science that people have perspectives, because yeah, I mean, parasites do have a certain amount of control over people when there's so much. Okay, yeah, they do have influence, but does it have that kind of influence? No, I think you still also have free will and free choice. But people make it sound like, you know, you have this major parasite in the body that's controlling your every move. No, I think you have a little bit of responsibility too. But then we got off the whole thing with the parasites, and then we got into the anti-vax and the vax, and then I started, you know, gearing my speech and people towards that until I realized that really we need the vaccines for those that are really, really weak. And so your perspective and the way you explain things has to be able to match and roll with the new information. If you can't work with me and you can't spin in information with science towards where I'm going, then you're not going to be able to handle the Jilly Juice world. There's no freaking way you won't be able to think on your feet. You'll be stuck in, oh God, it's processed. Oh God, it's bleached. Oh God, it's not natural. And so I think I'm the only one that can think and spin things on a dime to where it still makes sense scientifically, but I will always change it upon new information. If you can't change things upon new information, there's no fucking way you're going to be able to handle this environment. There's no freaking way. And I see it. And I see it. And I'm tired of having to answer to it. If you can't keep up with me, then there's no way. There's no freaking way if you can't keep up with me. And not many people can keep up with me. I can barely keep up with me. And so, you know, this is, you know, it's you're seeing how aggressive everything is out there. And it's manifesting in the people on the J Juice. It's manifesting. We're reaching a tipping point, and it's reflecting. And not everybody is cut out for the J Juice. Some people will stick with the freaking pink salt because they don't want to change. Fine, so be it. I hope you can handle this new environment. I think the pink salt was great for the environment prior to this coronavirus, but I don't think the pink salt is going to be adequate for this new environment. You're going to have to change to the white salt because we've isolated the mineral that is the energizing force, because heavy metal toxicity stagnates your 11 different systems. And if you're already imbalanced in your minerals and then you're taking in 82 plus 86 minerals that's in the pink salt, you're stagnated even more. Okay? So we've isolated the mineral that you need with an anti-caking agent, which is a type of mineral. And then we paired it with the cabbage and kale, fermented down to a pre-digested state, so that way your body can take in and release what it needs. End of story. You know what people die from? They die from antibody acquisition, antibody accumulation. When you have so much fluid coming up into your lungs because of this coronavirus, people drown in their own fluids because their lungs are attacked and they don't have the weight, they don't have the strength to expel it. So guess what? They gurgle and they drown in their own antibodies, in their own mucus. That is what's happening. People get pneumonia. When you have heart attacks and strokes and you don't survive it, it's because of antibody accumulation from a rapid accumulation from an aggressive virus, bacteria in your environment that your body is not strong enough to withstand. And guess what it does? It clogs up your arteries and capillaries. And guess what? You'll have a stroke and a heart attack you won't survive from. That's the fucking reality. Okay? To have someone pick apart my freaking video about bacteria, hey, Jilly Juice doesn't, like, it kills bacteria, whatever the hell. What? So I'm just over. I'm over the nitpicking. I'm over it. The people working against me, I'm over it. Either you get this information or you don't. Either you get it or you don't. No two ways about it. I'm done. You either understand this or you don't. But I'm telling you, some of you, it's just too late for you because you're not going to withstand the healing process. You're too busy being trendy. You're too busy doing whatever the hell it is you're doing. You're not taking the time to do the healing, and this virus is going to come in and do a number. I bet you you know what? I bet you I haven't even been exposed to that coronavirus. I bet you what I was exposed to was probably the influenza A and influenza B. Because I'm telling people are saying that they got tested for the influenza A and B, and though they didn't get tested for the coronavirus, but they said this influenza was a doozy. So I can only imagine what this fucking coronavirus is going to be like. And some of you are so ill prepared because you're too busy trying to save other people, but you're not saving yourself. You're too busy being trendy and doing whatever the fuck you're doing, and you're not taking care of yourself. And this virus can come in and do a number, and some of you will survive and some of you won't. And I'm probably the healthiest person out here. And I was mucusing so much. So you can only imagine what this coronavirus is going to do to those that have major predispositions and even minor ones. What is it I am? I am the canary in the coal mine. I'm the canary in the coal mine. If I get affected by the environment in some way or another, most goddamn sure you all will, and you're not even on the JDS at the level that you should. That's why you have to reference where I'm at to know how severe it's going to be. Because if I get affected by something in my environment, such as a coronavirus or flu, most goddamn sure it's going to take your ass. 24 hours I was leaking mucus and coughing, but no sickness, but leaking mucus and blowing my nose. And I have no idea what virus that was, whether it's influenza A, B, or the coronavirus. Who knows? So if I'm having that kind of attack, imagine what you guys are all in for that's only doing the Jilly Juice at this little bit. That's fucking around on it. But I'm tired of fighting against you guys. I'm tired of you guys diminishing and nitpicking me and questioning me. And I think I've proven myself for the last 4 years. What do I got to do? Give you a pint of blood? What do I got to do? Oh no, it's not good enough. Some of you have axe to grind. Some of you have something to prove. I got nothing to prove. I want people on my team to just understand this. I want those of you that are doing the Jilly Juice to understand this, not fight me. Stop fighting me. Stop questioning me. Stop picking at me. Stop all of this stuff. Stop telling me I'm fear-mongering. Stop diminishing the severity of this because you don't want to face it. Just stop it. Do the fucking Jilly Juice because you can't afford not to. Bye.